What is up everyone, and we are back with another guide about PSO2 New Genesis. Today we're going to be talking about maximizing your PSO2 day. PSO2 day happens every month on the first of every month for free to play players, and if you are a premium user you get an additional day on the 22nd of every month. This day is just a day with bonuses across the game. For New Genesis, that boost is 5% extra EXP and 20% rare drop rate. If you are a free-to-play player, unfortunately you're going to have a harder time getting Meseta in the game, because you can't sell your items on the market. However, if you do want to get it for free, like I do, there is a link in the description down below, so check that video out to learn more. In the last 6 months I got around almost $300 using that, so I haven't paid premium since then. Some of you are having trouble on what to farm to make Meseta, and that's where this video comes in handy. But first, I try to make PSO2 content all the time, and I have been doing that for over a year. I don't like market manipulation in PSO2 and in stocks, so I share Meseta making guides with you so you too can all benefit from it instead of getting taken advantage of. So if you don't mind, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. And like all of my videos, a portion of revenue from my channel gets donated to non-profit organizations that help disabled veterans like myself. So by watching, you're contributing, and I thank each and every one of you. So this farm applies to nearly all levels, but if you are low leveled you're going to have a harder time than others. One item that can be farmed is the Augment AL Domino. This is one of the best augments in the game and it's quite a hassle to create. It currently sells for around 90 to 100,000 Meseta in ship 1, and this is because it requires 30 items to create a single capsule. It requires 5 of each of the notes, A, B, C, and D, then 5 photon quartz and 5 trinites, and that is where you come in. Air Note A is 4k each, Air Note B is 3k, C is 5k, and Air Note D is 2000 Meseta each. And gathering all of these together gets you around 70k Meseta if you sell it. Then if you go to the item capsule exchange and trade it for AL Domino, you can sell it for an additional 20 to 30,000 Meseta, but with the cost of 5 photon quartz and 5 trinites. To farm photon quartz and trinites, teleport to Central Aleo and go over the river. Then follow that river up to North Aleo and go around North Aleo. This route will hit most of the mineral nodes. These different nodes are located in different sectors, and they drop from all enemies except tame enemies. Node A is in Central Aleo, B is West Aleo, C is South Aleo, and D is North Aleo. Currently on ship 1, the most expensive nodes are A and C. So if you don't have enough minerals to exchange for AL Domino, you can try to focus on some of the more expensive nodes and sell those on the market. The next augment we're going to be talking about are soul augments. The most expensive one is PSO2, but it's one of the easiest ones to farm. This is how I made a few million Meseta in the beginning, and I'm sharing that with you so you too can get a piece of the pie. It can be farmed in South Aleo. Teleport to this location and head on north, and here are 2 level 15 petas will spawn. Kill them for a chance of it dropping, then switch to your room and repeat. The drop rate is still low, but this is another option. This area is also where I farm note C's, which are currently the highest selling note. So while farming for PSO2, you can also run around this area to farm note C's. Another location for these petas is in Central Aleo. Teleport to the plains west location and go north. Here is where a few petas will spawn. There are also Neck Souls and Dialto Souls. These can be farmed easily through PSE Bursts. Resoul Forest drops both of these souls, and Vanford Lab only drops Dialto Soul. Next are the 2 obvious choices, which are PSE Burst and Gigantix. PSE Burst only happen in combat zones. These are zones that only have 8 players max. Resoul Forest, Vanford Laboratory Ruins, and Mount Magnus are the locations for those. I would highly recommend only doing PSE Burst in Rank 2 combat zones. Rank 2 is when enemies are level 15 and above. You can access Rank 2 zones when you beat the main story. Here are some tips that could help you. PSE Burst only happen when you are 3 or 4 on your PSE Burst gauge, and only happen when you finish a trial, indicated by a T icon. Another tip is you should only focus on E and T trials as a guide, as they boost your PSE gauge. If you are more experienced at doing PSE Burst and have a good party, you can change your focus to only on E events and wait till you are 3 or 4 stack and then target T trials. However, most of us just play solo, and a good rule of thumb is to focus on E and T trials and do not attack anything else as they can lower your PSE gauge. Now when a PSE burst happens and you are a ranger in a good group, you can use Fear Eraser with other rangers to maximize your PSE burst spawns. In most cases, homing darts is actually better because it targets 9 enemies at once and is easily spammable. I use my ranger main class and a force as a secondary class, as force has eradication PP gain that recovers 5% of your max PP every time an enemy near you dies. This is extremely helpful in PSE burst because you can spam Fear Eraser or homing darts endlessly. I don't know how to maximize PSE burst for any other class since I only play ranger, but if you know some methods, please let us know in the comments down below. PSE burst farming as a whole is a consistent farm that can net you huge Meseta gains by selling Arya drops, including silver and gold prim swords. You can also get other items like resurger weapons that sell for a premium. Lastly is Gigantix farm, one of the easiest farm and laziest farms to do, but with low consistency in Meseta gains. Gigantix require you to be at max level 20 in order to deal damage. If you join a Gigantix group and aren't level 20, you'll be handicapping the whole map. That is because at level 19 and below, you are 5 levels away from the level 24 Gigantix. And when you are 5 levels below an enemy, your damage gets defended and gets reduced significantly. It has been said from Sega that if you are within range of the Gigantix, its HP changes in real time based on the amount of people nearby. So if you step away from the Gigantix, its HP will change according to the nearby people. So if you accidentally attack a Gigantix and aren't level 20, run away or you risk hurting other players. Other than that, battle power really is not a concern anymore as thunderstorms last quite a while. And if you are around 1300 battle power, you should be fine in contributing to the damage. I understand that there are hardcore groups and hardcore players out there that talk down to others who don't have high enough battle power, but you do have to understand that most players play solo and a lot of them don't understand the mechanics of Gigantix, so don't get too angry at randoms and instead try to help them out or inform them how Gigantix works. And here is how they work. Gigantix spawn in North, West, Central, and South Aleo in exploratory 32 player zone. Gigantix also spawn close to a player, so what most groups do is that they gather in a specific location in order for it to spawn near them. On top of that, Gigantix only spawn during thunderstorms, and thunderstorms are random in nature. There used to be a calendar out there that predicted the storms, but that was due to them referencing the Japan version. However, that is no longer the case because the Japan and global versions are synced up. What this means for you is that you could wait 5 minutes and get a thunderstorm or up to 3 hours and get a thunderstorm. This randomness and inconsistency is either a hit or miss in getting drops and selling them. Even if you wait 3 hours and finally get a thunderstorm, you will have to pay RNG again, and if nothing is dropped for you, you just wasted your time. That is why in my opinion there are some farms that are better than others. For me, if you do not mind the wait or a thunderstorm calendar comes about, then Gigantix is the best for you. When nearly everyone is farming this and when everybody farms this, there's going to be a huge supply leading to cheaper augments and cheaper weapon drops. But if these weapons or augments are what you're looking for, then go ahead and go for it. Then if you want consistency in groups with high Meseta gains, PSE Bursts are for you. Only downside is that you rely on others. If you have a good group, you can get most out of your runs, but if you have a bad group, your Meseta gains and item drops will be hindered. Lastly are the single augment farming. This is for those of you who are solo players and don't want to rely on others, and want a consistent farm. This is farming Ale Domino and its components and if possible, Peter Soul at the same time. But not only no augments drop from exploratory zones, every 32 player map drops Might 3, Precision 3, and Technique 3. So as a bonus, you can get these augments and sell them on the market. It is really up to you to decide what kind of farm will fit your needs and your playstyle. And that's it for this video. If you like this video and it helps you out, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. Thank y'all for tuning in and listening, and until next time.